The town of Haddonfield had always lived in the long shadow of evil. Halloween had become a cursed holiday here, something parents whispered about and children pretended didn't frighten them. Michael Myers, the Shape, the boogeyman, had turned the streets red many times before. But this October, Haddonfield would come to learn that evil can wear many masks, and sometimes it can laugh. The sky above Haddonfield was bruised with storm clouds. Leaves, dead and brittle, scraped along the pavement like whispers of warning. In the quiet downtown area, a battered pickup truck rumbled into a parking lot behind an old toy store. A man stepped out, unremarkable in appearance, but he carried a box under his arm. Inside that box, something stirred. Later that evening, a janitor sweeping behind the store heard laughter. High-pitched, cruel. He turned, flashlight beam trembling in the dark, and saw nothing. Until a voice purred behind him. "Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?" Blood hit the wall in thick, wet stripes. Michael Myers returned to Haddonfield as he always did, without sound, without purpose beyond death. The mask, pale and emotionless, caught the faint glow of a street lamp as he stood at the corner of Smith's Grove Road. His overalls were stiff with dried blood from a different town, another night. Haddonfield was his home. It called to him. He watched a teenage girl fumble with her house keys across the street. She never made it inside. By sunrise, Sheriff Barker's radio was already screaming. 3 murders in 12 hours. All different, all savage, and the worst part, one was missing its head. The other had "A good guy did this" carved into the wall in jagged letters. And the third, strangled with a jump rope. Panic erupted. Haddonfield's residents barricaded doors and taped curtains shut. School was canceled. Even the grocery store didn't open. Rumors spread faster than sirens. There were 2 killers. Sheriff Barker stood over the corpses in the morgue, sweat soaking through his collar. "These cuts, these aren't from the same weapon," the coroner muttered. Barker nodded. "One of them's him. Michael." "And the other?" The coroner hesitated. Shorter, more erratic, almost like a doll. A voice whispered from the shadows. It was a deputy, pale, shaking. "Sir, we just got a call. A family slaughtered in their home on Elm. Neighbors said they saw a child running from the house, laughing." Michael Myers stood beneath the flickering light of a gas station sign. Inside, a man had been gutted and left hanging from a ceiling like meat. Michael didn't flinch. He simply watched the light. Then something moved behind him. A tiny figure in overalls, orange hair, a painted smile. Chucky tilted his head. "Well, well, well, who the hell dressed you for Halloween?" Michael turned. The 2 stared. No words, no fear, just death meeting death. Chucky snorted. "I usually go for easier targets, babysitters, losers, little brats. But you look like a challenge." Michael stepped forward. Chucky leapt first. The fight spilled into the gas station, smashing through shelves and walls. Michael swung a wrench, missing as Chucky skittered beneath the counter and stabbed upward into his thigh. Michael didn't scream. He never screamed. Chucky leapt onto his back, stabbing wildly. "Die, you mute freak." Michael slammed backward, smashing them both into the wall. Chucky's plastic frame cracked, but he was no ordinary toy. Michael grabbed him by the throat and squeezed. Chucky grinned. "Surprise, bitch." He shoved a lit match into a leaking fuel line. The station exploded. Fire trucks screamed toward the inferno. Black smoke curled into the sky. The townspeople watched from their homes, praying it was over. But evil doesn't burn so easily. From the wreckage, something moved. Sheriff Barker arrived as the paramedics zipped body bags. "Did you find him?" he asked, dreading the answer. A fireman pointed. "Found this in the rubble." A doll's arm, burnt, twisted. Barker knelt and picked it up. Behind him, something heavy stepped onto broken glass. He turned. Michael. Half his mask burned, one eye blistered shut, but alive. Barker raised his gun, and Chucky dropped onto Michael's back from above, screaming. The battle raged into the woods behind the town. Each was relentless. Chucky sliced and taunted, using speed and cruelty. Michael was a wall of unstoppable force, bleeding but silent. Eventually, they reached the old water tower, a forgotten place. Chucky lunged from a high beam, blade aimed at Michael's throat. Michael caught him midair and didn't let go. He slammed Chucky into the tower's metal wall again. Plastic cracked. Bone, or something like it, snapped. "I'll come back," Chucky hissed. "You can't kill me. I'm a goddamn legend." Michael twisted his head sharply, and he ripped Chucky's head clean off. A week passed. Sheriff Barker retired the next day. His last report? Town terrorized by 2 serial killers. One terminated at Old Tower, other remains at large. But in the deepest room of the evidence locker, under dim red light, 2 things sat on a shelf. A melted good guy doll's head, mouth forever open in a scream. And a mask, white, cold, watching, waiting.